Hello there, welcome back. Now it's time to cut the forearm contour on this body. So I'm going to mark a line, and then I'll take a plane, and you see I'm adjusting it here so that until it catches the wood and begins to cut. And I'm going to cut this contour onto the body with a plane. And a forearm contour, to me, I'm a bit picky about them. It's a contour, it's not an angle. You see guys all the time on a lot of the guitar building forums and stuff like that. They'll take the guitar body and they'll lay it on a table at an angle against a belt sander, and they'll cut a flat angle into the top of the body there where the forearm contour is. In my opinion, that's ugly. It leaves a really hard line between where the top of the body is and where the contour starts, and that's an angle, it's not a contour. The ones that I make, what I want to do, and my goal is to make this basically a very smooth curve or arch. And you will see me move the plane and angle it in different ways as I move across the body where I'm doing this. And it's because I want that arch in the body. When I get done, what I want something that blends into the top in such a way that there's no delineation that you can see if you look straight on. I don't want you to be able to see a big ugly straight line there. I want it to smoothly flow into the top so that it's almost not there unless you look at it from the side or catch it in the right light. And that does two things. First of all, I think it's, or for me at least, it is more comfortable under my forearm. It just feels right. And secondly, in my opinion, it's a more graceful look. That is what I'm shooting for. Now you see I'm coming from a different direction. I was working with the grain there, but now I'm going against. But it's not that big of a deal because I'm coming at a 45 degree to the grain of the wood, and if I keep the cut shallow and the plane is sharp, I shouldn't have any problem with tear out. And you see that I am revealing the ash that's on the back of this guitar because the forearm contour is a bit deeper. And that's alright. I had debated that when I first started thinking about building this, and a shallow forearm contour won't do me a dime's bit of good. And so we're going to let the natural beauty of the wood come through. Now I'm going to use a palm sander, a jitterbug sander, to smooth all of this out and blend it into the top. This just saves me time on sanding by hand. I don't mind doing a lot of things by hand, but I can't stand hand sanding. So if I have to do it, I will, but I will use something like a sander. You see me kind of working that transition between the ash backwood and that walnut top. And I'm just trying to do my best to blend it all together and make it look good. And I think once the finish is on here, it will really look good. And now I'm going to work on the the contour or the round over of the sides on the top of this body. I could use a round over bit in a router, and I have done that on all of my previous guitars. But once again, I like using hand tools and doing things by hand. I don't like the whine of power tools and all of that. And it's just, so I've chosen to shape these contours by hand. And I will shape most of this, but certain areas like there, where the horns are, I'll be leaving alone for now, because I'd still need to cut the neck pocket on this guitar, things of that nature. So, but we're going to do this by hand, and I will follow up probably with the electric sander to smooth everything out. And all I'm doing is just filing a flat on the edge, and then taking the file and rolling it over on both sides, basically putting facets on the side of that flat, and then rolling the file in such a way that it rounds over the edge. I could use a spoke shave as well for this. And now the sander. And I really am looking forward to putting this guitar together and playing it. I think it's going to be nice. And I think it'll be fairly unique. And I'll just lay it down. Excuse me. I'll just lay it down. I'm yawning because it's 10:15 at night when I am voicing over this video. But I'll just lay it down, and what I'm doing now is I'm working on the round over, but I'm also kind of sanding it into the top so that I don't have hard lines where the round over meets the top. All of that kind of thing to me is important, and that's the finished product so far, and I will finish the round over at a later time. Thanks for watching.